God, I don't know when it'll stop getting fun to make fun of him. But there's been this Twitter account that has been tracking if Russell Wilson will surpass the number of bathrooms that he has in his house, in his new mega mansion. And that number is 12. If the number of touchdown passes that he throws in the season will surpass it. And like, there's a chance, I think he will surpass 12 touchdown passes this season. But there's a chance that that doesn't happen. Here, put this up here. Like, the Russell Wilson bathroom meter. I mean, in more ways than
this
one.
This is awesome.
Right? He only threw one touchdown. He threw for 142 yards against the damn Panthers. Down! Like, at least he should have had some garbage time yardage, but he didn't. He was 19 for 35 for 142 yards in the touchdown. So, it is conceivable that he will not achieve the 12 number, the bathroom number.
It is like I find it to be legitimately difficult to fathom that completion rate and that amount of yards.
Well, because
throwing for 35 times, completing 19 of them, and still not even getting over 200 yards.
He doesn't check it down enough for his like completion percentage to be up, and when he does throw the ball downfield, it's just saying a prayer. There's no rhyme or reason to it. And another stat I read, which is amazing, like Carson Wentz has more passing touchdowns on the season than Russell.
Oh, I buy that for sure. I mean, I think
he hasn't played since week 6.
I think. Forgot he hadn't played.
He hasn't played since
a solid
6
6 weeks.
We are.
Forgot about Taylor Heineke for a sec. Sorry.
We are
folks.
in week 12. He hasn't played for half the season.
It's really bad. It's really bad. When everything seems to be going fine over in the Broncos country, let's ride. Melvin Gordon posted on Instagram basically being like, being on the Broncos was fucking whack. He was like, this shit sucked so bad. I can't wait to be out of here.
Well, he's gone.
And then defensive end or defensive tackle Mike Purcell, when he was walking off the field, I guess maybe Russ was just kind of doing some high knees or like some stretches and going into.
He might have just been standing,
just
there.
going, "Let's ride, let's ride." And Mike Purcell was like, "I don't want to ride anymore.
I want to get off this ride.
I want to get off the ride."
That ride is, God, the 4th overall pick Seattle has right now from Denver.
Thank you, Russell.
Can you imagine being a Seattle fan right now? The amount of gloating that I would engage in.
The Schadenfreude is like off the charts, breaking the machine.
And honestly, part of the reason people feel okay with doing this is because of how much money Russell's making. Here's some more numbers for you.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Here's the dead cap per year. If say they wanted to move on from him next year, how much do you think there would be in dead cap, Bradley? Just guess. For that year. $107 million.
I was so lowballing it.
2024, $85 million. 2025, $49.6 million. 2026, that's basically the first year that they can make this work.
So I think my idea...
$31.2 million. And that's best case scenario. That's after having him for 3 more years in addition to this one.
I think the strategy should be that the Waltons give me the dead cap.
I think so too.
I think maybe we can
actually, can we amend the strategy and he can give it to me instead?
I think maybe we should split it.
Good.
So we can have a clean like $53.5 million each.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I think that would work. I think that would work fine.
Now I'm like daydreaming about having
having $53.5 million.
It might be nice. Yeah. So that's why people feel okay with it. Plus, he's really corny and no one likes him. Yeah, and what was funny about that clip, and I wish we could play videos on here, but it's just the NFL is so copyright heavy, as are just professional sports in general.
Really, just a big man just going over to Russell Wilson and
screaming
at him at
face.
the top of his lungs.
And Nathaniel Hackett's just standing there pretending not to know this.
He's like, I don't know what's going on.
Apparently, reports are indicating that he's not going to get... I thought he might not be able to get back on the plane after losing in Carolina. But the Waltons seem like it's the first year of them owning this team. They want to ride the rest of the year out, no pun intended. And
I would
I'm
leave him in
sure
Charlotte.
He'll be fired at the end of the year.
I think if there's any justice in this world for Nathaniel Hackett, he will be mercilessly relieved of his duties.
He should resign.
Yeah, if I
I feel bad for him. Like, there's no way to assess if he's actually. I mean,
this guy's a glutton for punishment.
yeah, he's like, it's like, honestly, if he had a fetish for it, that would be fairly realistic.
I'd be like, Doc,
I like pain.
he's just like every time every time I get to the 2 minute warning, I just have to I have to stop myself so hard from just throwing a challenge flag for no reason.
Yeah, I don't. Now that we know what we know about the wristband situation, I don't put the delay of game stuff on him as
Oh no,
much.
definitely not. I also just think like how much can you can't blame you can't blame all of the poor play from Russ and all of the lack of production from Russ on your offensive coordinator or the head coach, especially when they still, despite the anemic offense, have one of the best defenses in the league. So it's not as if this team is just comprehensively bad.
Yeah,
The offense is bad.
right, exactly. And they traded away their best defensive player, so at least they do have that first round pick from the
Right.
Niners at this point.
Something, little consolation prize.
But, whew,